All right. Here we are. What you can do is go ahead and put your hand on the power, hand on the stick here, slightly into the wind. Go ahead and advance that power forward.
Blue Tree 6, proceed direct to the hat, traffic 2 miles southeast, the drag strip inbound.
And as long as your feet are flat on floor, we're good to go.
Yeah, okay, Max, direct to the hat, Blue Tree 6.
All right, now at this point, just go max forward. Yep, perfect. All right, we're through 60. There's 70, give a little bit of back pressure, and we'll take off.
157 Mile Tower,
There you go.
traffic on
That's
2
okay,
mile
see,
final, helicopter.
see how you want to go exactly to 15. So now you can bring the nose down just a little bit.
To Clearland, modified now.
So we're coming through 10, we're shooting for 5. Right there, and continue straight for just a moment longer. Hey, how was that back there?
Awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh?
Oh. Sorry,
Cool.
Steven.
That's no big deal. Right there, yeah, that's a sweet spot right there.
Oh, that's pretty down there.
All right, now you can hang that left-hand turn.
There's 9 Bravo, radar contacts, altitude.
800 9 Bravo. And point straight that way. What I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the power back for you, make it a little easier. This would be one of those times where trim would be our friend. So if we let go for a sec, what does the plane want to do?
That way.
Does it want to go to the right? Okay, so we'll give it a click to the left, and how about a couple clicks up? How's that feel now? A little bit better?
Yeah.
Cool. How's it feel? You're flying an airplane.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, this is nice.
Dude, yeah.
Alright. Bring the nose up just a little bit. Right about there. Yeah, you can just hold it right there. That'll take us just up to 1,000 feet here slowly. And Sirius 9 Bravo looking for ONAV altitude when able.
9 Bravo, zoom navigation, and cancel out restriction.
ONAV altitude, thank you, 9 Bravo. All right, that's it. He said we can go wherever we want. Straight for the shoreline. Let's get the views. Perfect. If you just go straight this way, we'll run right into it. Good to go.
There's 9 Bravo, radar service terminated, squawk VFR, please change booth.
1200, switch in, 9 Bravo. Ready. All right, and just like that, he's flying the plane like a pro,
Oh,
too.
he's a pro.
Hey, look at me, I just get to sit here and do nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
You got an easy job.
I know. Well, it's easy when people come in here and they just do
yeah,
it. It's
I
like,
know.
good for you. Yep.
Steve catches on to everything.
Yeah, I'm starting to get that gist. He's kind of the guy who
He
just
is.
does it, and you're like,
I know, he is.
and you're like, what the hell? When was the last time I could just do something like that? Yep. There's always those people making us look bad.
Yep.
Very cool. How long you guys been on island so far?
Our second day.
Wow, you guys are an active bunch. Second day, getting right into it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Got a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, that is definitely true. There's lots to do here. There's a lot of ways to stay busy, and there's a lot of ways to not be busy. Just,
Yeah, yesterday was our non-busy day, so.
Okay, cool. That's always a fun way to do it. Just have a nice slow day, have a busy day, a slow day. Just kind of alternate. Yeah, that's a fun way.
That down there.
What do you got?
Just how beautiful it is. Yeah.
Look at that house right there.
Yeah.
That's pretty magnificent one right there. That's a view. Here's Kahakaloa 1000 westbound offshore.
Steve, did you charge the GoPro?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Kind of like effing out a little bit.
There's the little town of Kahakaloa. It's your second day, so you probably haven't driven this shoreline, have you?
No, we're going to do that probably tomorrow, I think.
Okay, cool. And then I have a great tip for you. Not a lot to do in this town, but there's one thing you shouldn't miss. That's a gift shop, kind of in an art gallery at the top of the hill there. You see that bigger building? You can see it in the back better.
Oh, okay.
Kind of that bigger building at the top of the hill.
Yeah.
That's like an art gallery gift shop. They have some cool stuff in there. But down in town before that, what you're not going to want to miss is a green, kind of a tree house on the side of the road where they're selling really great banana bread. It's really good banana bread. So I love it. It's the one thing people always say to stop and do, and I do it every time. So I think it's called Julie's banana bread, but you're not going to want to miss it. They have some like candied coconut stuff that they do. They do a few other things, but it's really great.
Cessna 6009 Victor 1100 maneuvering over northeast on air traffic.
Other than
that is the Hannah Highway to Hannah.
No, that's the other one. That's still yeah. The one over there is still on the North Shore. It's just not this portion of the island. I'm trying to show you on the map, but it's a little bit tricky. It's just
on the western coast of the United States. This ring.
Bumped that. The only other thing to do besides just enjoy the great scenes and kind of travel that treacherous little road there. There's a couple spots that it'll surprise you. It's like one lane and it's a lot of fun. It's a pretty adventurous one. But there's this blowhole. See where all those cars are parked up top there?
Right.
They're all walking down that trail to see that blowhole down there. And when the tides are right, which is most of the time, the waves crash in and it shoots water up like a geyser. It's just kind of a neat sight, and it's a fun little hike to do. Just stretch your legs on the drive.
Right down there?
Yep, right down there.
Okay.
You can see where those cars park. They take a trail down to where it kind of gets flat along the shoreline for a second. Yeah, so it's kind of like a little geyser in a way, the way the water shoots up through it. And everybody likes to go down there. There's actually this natural hole, and there's like a wall of rocks, and there's a hole in them, perfectly shaped. Just point to there. Yeah, shaped like a heart.
245.
It's kind of cool. It's like a perfect heart, so people like to get a picture there too.
Huh.
Common comms, here's 779 Lima Bravo, Nakalele for Elephant Rock, 1000.
I guess these are the machine guns right here, right?
That's the one, the red one. That's what's going to shoot it right off the nose, that's right.
Lima Bravo, roger. There should be a helicopter opposite direction, low level 500.
Roger that, we'll keep our eyes out on Lima Bravo, thanks. Cool, looks like we're kind of the only ones out here today. There's a little helicopter down here somewhere, and other than that, it's all us.
Andy Golf will be.
There's usually a few up in this area, but everybody always stays out of each other's way, and it's never a problem.
Now, when you're dealing with small aircraft like this, is there a left and right courtesy pass, or
there is. Typically, what we like to do, and I see he's 600 feet below us now. I got
Traffic, 12 o'clock, low, 1 mile.
I got him. He's way down there. And Cirrus has the helicopter traffic no factor. I also got this little map here, and it tells me where everybody is.
I got you.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Traffic, 1 o'clock, low, less than a mile.
If you turn the airplane to the right, you might be able to see him.
The opposite traffic, no factor.
A little white helicopter down there.
Okay.
So, one of the ways we stay out of each other's way is if you're going eastbound, we typically go at an odd number. If you're westbound, you go an even number. So usually when you're going westbound, you stick to stuff like 1,000, 2,000, the even numbers. And then eastbound, that's usually when we go 500, 1,500, 2,500. And that way, if everybody's doing that, then everybody's separated 500 feet from each other.
Gotcha.
Lupo 5, not going to hole, crossing the channel for Elephant Rock, 1,200.
The guy who we're talking to, who's coordinating us, he works at this little airport down here.
Lupo 5.
And really, we don't have to do what he says. He's just out here to help. So we just talk to him, and he coordinates everybody and tells us where to look out for people, because not everybody has this either.
Right.
Here we say at above 10,000 feet. I have your sign as well. It's all about.
Cool. First point of interest, that's Elephant Rock, that rock offshore there. This is, we're coming up on that first time where I'll take the plane and show you. You can just continue for now and pass off the right side of that rock. But if you imagine, it's like, it looks like most people see it, so we'll see how you guys do. But imagine it's an elephant laying on its side. Its head is going to be on our left side, facing us, and then its tail is kind of sloping into the water. Its trunk is, and its trunk is going to be this long like line of rocks out in the water. There's a dark spot in the middle of it. That's going to be its ear. As we get closer, we'll see if we can point it out. Lots of hammerhead sharks. They like to gather. Yeah, they love to gather at that rock. And I have a couple friends that they go out there on kayaks sometimes, and they'll stick their GoPro in the water. They'll see a couple hundred hammerheads just all over the place underneath them.
Oh.
Here you go. I'll take over the plane for a second, see if I can maneuver it in a way for you guys to see. Okay, so that dark spot, that's going to be his left ear, and he's facing towards us. Alright, does it look like an elephant at all?
It does.
I mean, it's not perfect. It's not perfect.
It's close.
But it is a rock. It's as close as we can get for a rock.
Kamalo 800 for line.
There's a place where I live where there's a rock called Monkey Face.
Yeah.
And that one, I will give it. It is a perfect monkey face. It's this giant rock.
Wow.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit closer to a monkey than that is to an elephant, but this is that valley I was telling you about, Cape Halava. That's where it all began for the Polynesians here, where they landed. And Sirius is Elephant Rock switching.
Oh, there's a rain in the area, huh?
Waterfall right there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful waterfall, and I really... We'll get closer to that one too, and I believe these people, in my opinion, they hit the jackpot when they landed here, because not only is it just a magnificent place to live, but I mean it has fresh water flow from the waterfall. These sea cliffs protect their crop from the wind. This cove, typically the waves settle down. It's easier for fishing down here. It's really, I'm not sure if they could have found a better place, really. You know, some people like to contribute a lot of their success here in Hawaii, the way that they really took over these islands because of the great start off they had. Probably would have been a little trickier for them if they'd started off somewhere where they wasn't getting as much water and it wasn't as easy to live. Molokai North Shore traffic, Sirius passing Cape Halava for the sea cliffs. Yeah, these waterfalls are just absolutely beautiful back here. Pretty cool.
Wow, that's nice. Getting that, Kathy?
Yep.
Absolutely beautiful. I'm pointing the airplane in a way as well. I can get this GoPro down there on it. So here's like one of those places where you get a few little bumps. And it's no big deal. It's just because we're right over these ridges here. To be expected. It was pretty cool looking down at the ground right below us.
Yeah. And how do you know how far over the top of these you are?
Just doing it. What I have is I have a GPS that a lot of times in here, it tells me my above ground level. Right now we're about 150 feet over it.
I imagine if you came in too low, you'd be in big trouble real fast.
You would be, especially if you were in an airplane that, typically the small airplanes only have about 100 horsepower. This one has 310 horsepower, so as soon as I put power, it climbs. There's no delay.
Right.
Because it has 3 times more horsepower than it really needs. So, this plane, that's one of the special things about it, is that they put a huge engine in it.
Right.
Which 300 horsepower for an engine in an airplane goes a lot further than it does in a car. It's almost like saying I have a 1,000 horsepower car.
Right.
It's almost like you can just go and do whatever you want. This is Papalua Falls, the 9th largest waterfall, free falling about 1,200 feet.
Oh, they're just all over the place.
I know, I know. I love the ones like this where they step down like, 10, 15 times. It's kind of like they gather in a little pool of water, then they keep overflowing.
245 from
All right, Steve, saw you.
Valley, 1500. We'll be crossing inside the Halava Valley. The back falls and crossing Malka with Poplar Wood Falls.
Valleys, as remote as they are, there used to be villages in them about 100 years ago. And they did a lot of the supply for food and crop to the peninsula of Kalaupapa until it was about early 1900s, 1910-ish. That's when farmers on Oahu, out of Honolulu, they were supplying them for cheaper, and they kind of ran these people out of this village because the only point they had living here was to grow that crop for this peninsula. But there's only 6 families that live in that valley, and you kind of could see there's that one house not too far inland from the shore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
wow.
There's 6 families that still live out there, and they're totally doing their own thing. It's all them out there.
Living the primitive life, huh?
That's it, yeah. I mean, if you can get down with it.
Right.
I don't know if I could. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd be able.
I'm sure you could probably grow every crop in the world, though.
Yep. They grow all the weed they need down there. I'm sure. I'm sure of it. But I know that those farmers back 100 years ago, they were growing, not only taro, which was their main staple for carbs. That's what they make poi out of. But they're growing oranges. They grew coffee. They grew corn. I mean, they can grow anything you want.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
And that valley that we passed back there, by the way, this is the tallest portion of the sea cliffs, and that's where it's going up to 3,600 feet.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks like something King Kong should be coming out of this valley, doesn't it? It kind of gives you that feeling, right?
Yeah.
If you look on the backside of this ridge here in a moment, I'll ask you to dip the left wing, and you'll be able to see there's actually a house right there on the shoreline, right on the backside. See that? Just came into view. Have a helipad. Yeah.
Poplar Wood Falls.
That's pretty remarkable. They call that Auntie's house down there, and apparently she raised about 7 kids in that house on her own.
I see that.
Yeah, pretty crazy place to have a house.
Absolutely.
Other than that, you should see out your left window, there's maybe a little rock sticking out of the water, kind of covered, looks like it's covered in palm trees and whatnot.
Huh?
And that rock, the palm tree that's growing on top of it,
yeah.
Oh yeah, see it's right up here, that one. Only grows on that rock. It's a strain of that palm tree. It only exists there, nowhere else.
Huh.
Yeah, it's kind of funny,